Here to discuss this is Alaska Senator Dan Sullivan with a rich military background. Senator, I know the American public. I'm walking around this stadium. I'm out in front of the Super Bowl. Everyone's asking me about what's going on. And I'm watching the Sunday shows. Lawmakers don't know what's going on. Have you been briefed?
Yeah, Brian, I've been briefed throughout the weekend by the senior officials, military officials, not Biden administration officials, from Northern Command. And, you know, I was on the show just Friday. Boy, what an unprecedented weekend. My advice continually for now has been two things. Hey, continue to protect the airspace. That's your job, Northern Command. Shoot down things that you don't know what they are, if they're a threat. But the real key right now, in my view, is surge operations to recover these objects that we've shot down so we understand the nature of the threat. They are doing that, but we need to get our hands on these things to figure out what they are and do they pose a threat.
Senator, it looks like the last couple don't have it. They're not really in command of their navigation, much like unlike the last one that we blew up. We're trying to fish out of the South Carolina waters off Myrtle Beach. So there could be a difference. We also see that China might have depicted some type of object over their land. Are we answering them offensively, doing what they're doing to us, perhaps?
Well, as you might remember on Friday on Fox and Friends, I said the number one thing we need to do is reestablish deterrence, particularly as it relates to China. I would be very skeptical of what the Chinese are saying right now. Remember, they're still saying that the one shot down off the coast of South Carolina was a weather balloon. That's actually not true. It wasn't a weather balloon. It was a spy balloon. And you're right. These ones that are being shot down, they're different nature. The one that looks like that was shot down over Alaska is different from the one that was shot down over Canada, according to the briefings that I've been given. So again, with regard to China, I think we need to assume the worst right now on what these balloons might be. Assume that they're adversary surveillance. Assume that they're objects that are probing for weakness in our defenses. And if we're wrong, okay, then we can be wrong on that. But right now, I think it's smart to assume the worst. Right. And if they're more benign when we find that out later, okay, but at least we're doing the number one thing that we're supposed to be doing, is protecting our nation.
Senator, why are we picking this stuff up now? Why are we seeing these objects in the sky? Have we changed the sensitivity? Have we changed our focus? Or are there more things in the sky? Have you gotten an answer on that?
Well, look, right now they're saying that we're changing the focus. I'm not so sure that's true, right? And what I've been saying to the Biden administration, now this goes beyond our military, who I think is, by the way, doing a great job. As you know, Brian, these missions, our guys in Alaska are doing exceptional work. They're working around the clock. These are not easy missions. But with regard to why and what we're seeing, this is where I think the Biden administration needs to provide more transparency to the American public. You know, our military intel agencies, they're normally secretive, but we live in a democracy. And if you don't start providing information, people can wildly speculate, and we don't want that. So what we need right now is more information on all of these kind of incidences so the American people have full information. I think that's going to be really important in the next few days.
Yeah, Senator, it's just so obvious. If you say what you know and you can honestly say, this is what we don't know yet, we appreciate that. When you refuse to talk to us,
yes,
and the symbolism of the president running by as reporters ask one question from 50 yards away while Canadian's prime minister is giving his press conference. I mean, I think we deserve better, and I think you agree with me. Senator Sullivan, thanks so much.
Brian, I agree 100%, and I'm going to keep pressing for that. Thank you.